As said, all you need areas. Show me some before we got here. I don't. No. Hawaii. So, Canelo Alvarez. Completely take apart. Julio says it. 111. Applause. Canelo Alvarez. United States and the country of Mexico. Fighting that different weight classes. Or as he some say his own made-up class. Or maybe the fact that he has been about. The way he feels about things. He those. Greens I still fought him because I wasn't going to wait any longer. Great. Opportunity in the door and tacos trying. To get some tacos after this fight. Distance in that line more than what Junior has brought tonight for just going the distance with Alvarez. I think he will get some credit in some corners. 'Cause he has taken 10 punches in any round. Anything tonight. The booze won and Doug you covered by. Get pelted with stuff, never mind booze. Yeah, you can hit. I'm outclassing you. I'm on a better class of athlete. A better class of his. Technique is excellent. He looks very strong. Completely controlled this fight. Alvarez throws a shutout. He has completely and utterly dominated Chavez Jr. for Warner. Slowly, fans came to see popular. He's an elite boxer. Still has a set down. Flag is waving. Tonight, you see him in the behind-the-scene videos. A unanimous decision. The Guadalajara, Mexico. Applause. Canelo. Alaire. Music. Applause. Hey, I want to keep an eye on this kid I've got going tonight. Manny would have easily beat Manny Pacquiao. But that was the beginning of a long where he needs to. You're giving him spots that he can. All right. Pacquiao came out very strong in this round. Good. Bounce back round for him. I thought you saw that good a combination, but Bradley kept coming forward. He managed to get that overhand right home. Applause. 5,955. So I believe he is through a minute 30 seconds. Lanze doubles with a jab and comes inside. Nothing big lands. Benny touches the jab. Right now he's got all the campaigning in hand. Trying to get hit, and it's a knock-on. Is it a knockdown? Yes. And the score sheet. It wasn't a big shot, but it was enough to get Tim Brown off balance, and it's a 108 round. You know he lands that right in the air, and then he pushed him. He was kind of off balance. He pushed him down, and Tony. There's the punch. There's the punch. There. There it comes. Right there. Yeah. And it's a 20 weeks as a referee doesn't make many mistakes. I'll tell you that. He's right on top of it. Doing a nice job now, this guy. Now Bradley is in a position. Music. Applause. Pretty good. Thank you. 87. Applause. Those are hard. Applause. The action in that round. This was the most exciting action. You could see that, as I mentioned right at the time, that Bradley is digging with his punches. He was sitting on his punches real strong, and he drove Pacquiao across the ring. And that was the first one of the first times I've ever seen Pacquiao in a position where he couldn't punch back. He had to really sidewheel out of there and get off the ropes. And if you look, that's a lot of consist. Music between the two of them here. By Pacquiao. Sometimes you wonder if Tim's kind of caught trying to rock in a hard place. Because he says, look, I can be the tough guy. Couple of decent punches by he gets dropped again. It's a right-left hand and a knock. You told us yesterday, I still have the killer instinct. Will he unleash it? He's got to do that now. We have not seen knockout from Manny in a long time. The fans are so anxious for that. This is something else right now. How do you like it, folks? Bradley's been down twice. Oh, and then right there you see him working the jab, but he ran into that left at the top of the head. Colonel called it for you early, but then I think that left in the top of the head hurt him originally. Yes. And then that one put him down. 'Cause that was just like the button on after the first. Packing with another right-hand shot. Now it's almost like the game plan that Tim had to box in the beginning has to go out the window. Yeah, of course. But you have to be able to adjust in boxing and really answer him back. It looks to me like Bradley is trying to get himself back together in this round. Applause. Wow. That came about 10 seconds before the knockdown landed up high in the head. And that's the one that bothers your equilibrium. He's trying to get his head clear. That makes it almost insane. Can't believe it. It's happening to him. What? There's a good little unusual punch. But that's what we talk about. Nobody throws the unusual punches like Manny, he was leaning forward. And with that little right hand. There it is. Ready? Let's get out real. Quick. Let me see your pop shot. Even with a knockdown score, he's not back in the fight. Wise fighting a terrific final round, and Tim hasn't been able to land any sort of big blow, and it's very difficult cuz Manny's up in his toes bouncing around. Slides down to the right now is mentally checked out already. Music. Applause. Music. 25 seconds to go. Sydney needs desperation now. It's desperation time. He passed over on him. Manny stays away. 12 seconds. 11 seconds. 10 seconds. There'll be no knock. Between the rips. Manny comes in and misses it at the last few seconds of his career. If so, he put on a brilliant performance tonight against by way of unanimous decision. And now, the WBO International Welterweight Champion from the Philippines. Manny Bachmann Pacquiao. All three judges had at one point. Different really than what we had. But all unanimous at 116-110. But long before the fame, Saul had another passion. Architecture. At 15, after leaving a troubled home, he enrolled in a 2-year diploma course. He worked for architectural firms while experimenting with music on the side. He even tried fashion design, creating leather clothes in London. He loved the clean lines of Southern California. Architecture, especially the Emmys house. That love for structure, design, and detail showed up later in his music, especially in the layered, precise production of his albums. Architecture wasn't just a backup. It was training. It gave him discipline, vision, and a creative edge most musicians didn't have. Still, his journey wasn't glamorous. In the 80s, Saul was grinding it out in London pubs, singing for tiny crowds. Night after night, he'd ask his close friend, Julian Bunster, "Do I sing?" Well, it wasn't just a casual question. It was desperate. Saul didn't know if he had what it took. He slept on Bunster's couch, clinging to music like it was his last hope. Bunster always told him, "You sing better than most current artists." That belief kept Saul going when nothing else did. Then came a big break, or so it seemed. In 1987, he joined a funk band called Push. They toured Japan and Thailand. Saul was blown away. Japan changed his world. When the band stopped in Thailand, he didn't go back. He stayed. He joined a blues band, played bar gigs, and eventually wandered into India on his own. He had no plan, just a need to see more, feel more, understand more. In India, he had what he called a few spiritual experiences. He said he felt truly happy for the first time. And strangely enough, that's when he stopped obsessing over getting a record deal. That's also when one finally came. When he returned to London, the couch was still waiting. He crashed again with Bunster, still unsure about everything. But this time he was different. The journey had changed him. He wasn't chasing approval anymore. He believed in his voice. And soon the world would too. Saul and Adamski didn't come together through some clever plan.